Hello and welcome to your news and features electronic magazine that centers on the different facets of motoring. Now on its 34th year, this is Motoring Today. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are the features we have for you this week. On Motoring Forum, we shall have the MMDA's new guidelines as well as proposed ones as we continue to shift to the new normal. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on right-of-way rules for turning vehicles. This week's Spying Chuper shall be about the importance of following the 3-second distance rule. The public service segment centers on the MMDA's response to the risk for cyclists passing through major roads. Showcase this week shall have the pickup from Isuzu, the 2020 D-Max LSA 3-liter 4x4 MT. While for race weekend, we'll look back on the second round of the 2020 Philippine Autocross Championship Series.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are in this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
Be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the country's latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Answering the call to provide more units to serve commuters, the DOTR, through the LTFRB, has deployed a total of 268 point-to-point or P2P buses in 28 different routes. These buses will serve commuters not only in Metro Manila, but also those going to Imos, Bacoor, Dasmariñas and Noveleta in Cavite, Santa Rosa and Calamba in Laguna, Cainta and Antipolo in Rizal, Malolos, Balagtas, Pandi, Santa Maria and Plaridel in Bulacan, and those heading to Naiya and Sangli Airport in Cavite. Prior to operations, special permits were issued to these units as mandated under General Community Quarantine rules. Additionally, passenger load will not exceed to 50% or half of its capacity, as earlier announced. The DOTR added that the P2P bus units are equipped with global navigation satellite system for monitoring of movement, automatic fare collection system for cashless payments, and RFID tags, among others. Moreover, the LTFRB said that they will add and open more routes during the transition to the new normal. Here are the current P2P routes in operation. Over the past weeks, transport departments have encouraged the use of non-motorized modes of transportation, in which many have turned to bicycles. However, criticisms arose and the agencies were called out for non-establishment of bike lanes on the road. With this, the MMDA stressed that they welcome the establishment of bicycle lanes and are not against such initiatives. Instead, they request cycling advocates to closely coordinate with them and with the local government involved. The MMDA added that discussions have already started to enhance existing bike lanes and in creating a bicycle road network in the metro. It added that the installation of more bicycle lanes along major thoroughfares is included in the government's long-term plan, ensuring cyclist safety and to encourage the use of this alternative mode of transportation. Following the resumption of construction works in its expressways, NLEX Corporation has now embarked on enhancement works at NLEX and SETEX as part of its continuing effort to boost the safety and overall travel experience of motorists. Enhancement works include the repainting of toll plazas, replacement of pavements, sealing of cracks and repair of guardrails and fences. The company's routine maintenance activities such as roadway sweeping, grass cutting, tree pruning, and oil spill and drainage cleaning are also being done. NLEX Corporation President and General Manager Luigi Bautista said this is the tollway company's way of making the expressways safer and welcoming to motorists as more and more are expected to use them with the gradual reopening of industries. He also noted that all government safety guidelines were observed while doing these projects. The MRT3 management has announced that a fixed 5-minute interval is implemented for buses that are part of its bus augmentation program, whether or not the buses are full, even with or without passengers. As earlier implemented, these buses use the median lane along EDSA to ferry passengers from designated loading and unloading stations along the MRT3 line. At present, the MRT has designated 2 southbound loading and unloading stations. For northbound, loading stations are currently at 2, while unloading stations count at 3. Management added that these will be gradually expanded, pursuant to the Transport Department's phased and calibrated approach in restarting public transportation in Metro Manila. The first bus departs at 5:30 a.m., while the last at 8 p.m.
Those are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. During the first week of GCQ or General Community Quarantine in Metro Manila, we've seen that the limited number of public utility units has resulted to bigger problems that has become an added burden to workers who rely only on mass transportation. On Motoring Forum this week, we shall discuss the MMDA's new guidelines that similarly have resulted to online flag.
While right in the middle of GCQ, we asked around for prognostications on what life would be like as we transition to the new normal, living with the COVID-19 sword hanging over our heads. Many of the foretellings seem to be coming true. Work from home is moving from temporary to permanent for many. Online shopping is moving from mere option to default action for the housebound. Other hoped-for outcomes from easing out from strict quarantine restrictions look like work in progress. Authorities still have not learned to strike a balance between providing adequate mass public transport and maintaining physical distancing protocols to contain the contagion. But sadly, the pessimists among us may be right in saying that we don't have, as we said earlier, enough right-minded private motorists, commuters, government planners, bus and jeepney transport operators that would tip the balance from chaotic and unsafe to orderly and disciplined traffic. Still, all is not lost for some wished-for COVID-19 consequences. One is the prayer for fewer fossil-fueling guzzling vehicles, especially private cars, on the road so we can still see the mountain ranges behind Metro Manila skylines. The MMDA has issued new guidelines for the so-called coding scheme to reduce the number of vehicles back out on the street during the GCQ, known as the Modified Number Coding Scheme. Many hope these guidelines would make the practice of carpooling more prevalent. In essence, all private vehicles will be allowed on the road every day of the work week if they have 2 or more occupants on board. Share rides, people. At least 4 can ride on 5-seaters, practicing physical distancing and wearing masks. Theoretically, that's 3 cars left in garages every day if their owners practice carpooling. But the modified number coding scheme's implementation has been postponed twice already. Another sign that we are moving towards a new reality is the use of bikes and e-scooters. More and more people are going to work and home using these, many out of desperation. Perhaps the MMDA was shamed into action by cycling groups that unilaterally took steps to protect cyclists on major thoroughfares during rush hours, placing makeshift markers to delineate biking lanes while volunteers marshaled traffic to keep them safe. The MMDA has issued a statement saying that it welcomed the establishment of bicycle lanes and promoting the use of bikes as a mode of transportation, but called for smoother coordination from cycling advocates. The MMDA went further by saying that it would support the establishment of pop-up bike lanes and elevated bike lanes in Metro Manila. It added that, in coordination with the DOTR and other concerned government agencies, the MMDA has plans of connecting the existing bicycle lanes on EDSA to that of the local governments in Metro Manila, as more people prefer bikes as an alternative mode of transportation in the new normal. It revealed that discussions are being held on the enhancement of existing bicycle lanes and creating a bicycle road network in Metro Manila. Cycling advocates should actively participate in these discussions to ensure talks turn into action, and action leads to the establishment of a safe bicycle road network.
The MMDA has modified a number coding scheme to promote carpooling and the establishment of bike lanes in the metro. Our feature this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
You're back with us here on Motoring Today. In line with our lifelong commitment to promote road safety, here is this week's road safety tip in cooperation with Toyota Motor Philippines.
If you are driving on the main road and you're turning left or right, paunahin muna ang kasalubong na sasakyan na padiretso ang takbo. Iwasang makipag-unahan para hindi makaabala sa ibang motorista. This way, you can avoid getting hurt too.
Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially those driving PUVs. From Mitsubishi Motors Philippines, here's Payong Chuper this week.
Payong tsuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Rodrigo, isang kapwa niya tsuper. Siguraduhin may sapat na espasyo pagitan ng inyong sasakyan at nasa inyong harapan sa tuwing namamasada.
Maaari mo itong gawin sa pamamagitan ng pagsunod sa 3-second rule, kung saan ikaw ay maglalaan ng 3 seconds of space sa pagitan mo at ng sasakyan sa iyong harapan. Humanap ng palatandaan sa gilid ng kalsada. Kapag nakita mong nakalampas na dito ang sinusundang sasakyan, saka ka umabante at sumunod.
Tandaan sa pamamagitan ng pagsusunod sa 3-second rules, maiiwasan ang gitgitan sa kalsada. Ito po si Rodrigo Apas, Payong Chuper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo tsuper.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
Be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
On Motoring Today, World of Motorsports is next. We start with the latest news and developments. Following the announcement that Vios Racing Festival this year will not push through, Toyota Motor Philippines gears up for the GR Supra GT Cup Asia Philippines, the company's latest esports program. The racing event, under Toyota Gazoo Racing, is expected to virtually flag off in July, with the participants using the company's legendary sports car icon, the GR Supra. The e-race is open to those aged 18 and above, where winners will get a chance to banner the Philippine flag and compete with representatives of other Asian countries in the regional finals. Toyota expects that a wider and younger audience will be reached by this program, based on the gamer's profile. With the postponement of the 2020 Vios Racing Festival, Toyota Motor Philippines hopes to give the same wakudoki spirits in its motorsports program through this virtual race event. More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we look back on the highlights of this year's local motorsports on Race Weekend. During the second round of the 2020 Philippine Autocross Championship Series, a new venue was set by the organizers, which drew in a good turnout for the round. Among entries are former autocross stars, making a surprise return to the sport. Another day of racing, and this time it's the Philippine Autocross Championship Series here in San Simon, Pampanga. Let's check out the action. As it did last year, the Philippine Autocross Championship Series organizers continue to look for new venues for the races. And it looks like it has found a perfect one, the R33 Drift Track in San Simon, Pampanga. Just off the North Luzon Expressway southbound exit tollgate in Santa Monica, San Simon, Pampanga, the R33 Drift Track has an expansive paved area perfect for staging autocross races while being quite accessible to the expressway. Maybe this is why the second round of packs drew a good number of entries to a new and unfamiliar venue. Okay, I'm here with the main man of the Philippine Autocross Championship Series, Mr. Danny Santiago. Hi, Danny. Thank you again for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here.
Okay, Danny, this is a completely new track, bagong-bago. What prompted you guys to have another leg of Philippine Autocross Championship here in San Simon, Pampanga?
Yes, because the owner of the property, Sir Raymond Ronquillo, wanted to have this racetrack be known to other racers. So he invited us. Maganda naman yung turnout namin and he's happy about it. And for sure, mauulit kami dito.
So, particularly this track, is more of the high speed talaga, no, compared sa mga usuals natin for the Philippine Autocross Championship Series season, no. Okay, so can you just give us an idea of how many racers joined for this particular leg?
Well, we have at least 50 drivers, no? And all kinds of cars. We have the 5-liter Mustang. We have the 4-wheel drive of Danby and lots of Type Rs.
It may be the track layout or perhaps the new location, but some of the old autocross crowd showed up at the R33 Drift Track, including Dalby Aptidchay, who proceeded to set the pace for everyone.
Well, it's been 2 years. Actually, we haven't prepared for this race. We just decided like a day ago to join. But luckily, we're here again. As of now, we're holding the best time. But I think it's all luck because we came here this morning. Our car was problematic, had issues with fueling, and now it seems okay. So it's luck.
So how did Danby find the track and being part of Autocross again? And will he continue to be part of Autocross?
Well, it's very nice, no? Because it's actually it's well maintained, clean. The track is clean, very wide. It's good for beginners, especially. So I guess this would be the best spot for Philippine Autocross and maybe other motorsports. We'll see. Actually, this is just like a therapy for me, this race. And if time gives me the chance, yes, I would continue. Most likely, I'd stay with Autocross first, then most likely start rallying this year also.
Another of the old Autocross crowd who's back is Budi Dabasol, who showed up at the R33 drift track as part of Team Smart Fuel's 2 race, the same team where Autocross regular Robert Tan belongs.
Good, I have my teammate here, Mr. Rob. Actually, I did took a pause for quite some time with Autocross, but the last Autocross I joined was, I think, more or less 7 years ago. Now that we have a better place, a better venue, with our 33 drift venue, it's good. So, eto, balik na ng Autocross.
Nako, siya idol ko. Well, we're glad that the venue is close to our home base. Our home base is in Clark. That's why we're here with our team, full support.
For much of the second round, Budi was in chase for the best overall time of the day while having fun with his turbocharged Mitsubishi.
It's quite tricky though and fun because the car I'm driving right now, it's a Mitsubishi 1976 with a big turbo in it. So the problem is, when I start off, grabe yung lag ko. So yung power band ko is around 4,000 above. So bababala ako ng 4,000 RPM, parang the response is so dull. But it's such a nice game uli kasi I was beside with Danby. He's quite a good driver also and a very nice car that he have and a good power too. So, well, I just wanna put up a good show for everybody.
The second round of the 2020 Philippine Autocross Championship was as well attended as the first, drawing regulars as well as some returnees to a new venue that provided new thrills for everyone.
Danny, are we gonna see you in another track again this year where may mga surprise ka ba sa mga viewers? Kasi this was actually unexpected from you since you've been holding almost all of your races in Asiana Designer Outlet, right?
Yes. We're trying to look for newer venues, no? This may be a little farther than the others, pero it's worth it naman.
Alright. The main man of Philippine Autocross Championship Series, again, Mr. Danny Santiago. Another race slate for the Philippine Autocross Championship Series here in San Simon, Pampanga. Don't forget to check us out next week for more race weekend action.
PAC's main man, Danny Santiago, said that Autocross will surely return to the R33 drift track in San Simon, Pampanga. Maybe not anytime sooner, but when it's safe to get back to racing. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Let's now take a look at what's happening in the local auto industry.
Toyota Motor Philippines has recently launched its virtual showroom in an effort to provide customers a new level of experience and to prioritize safety amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Through this digital platform, the company said that Toyota customers can feel an actual showroom experience from entry to the dealership to making an inquiry. This also enables them to check out Toyota vehicles and get a 360-degree view of the model's exterior and interior features. More details are also provided through brochures and product videos. Once the consumer has chosen a vehicle, payment estimates can be calculated in the site and personal details may be submitted to connect the customer to their dealership of choice. Dealer representatives will then contact the customer to address further inquiries, offer official quotation, and facilitate car purchase. Toyota Motor Philippines' first Vice President for Brand and Product Planning Cluster, Cristina Arevalo, shared that the Toyota Virtual Showroom was designed to simulate the customer's buying journey without going to the dealership and leaving home. She added that even customers abroad can take advantage of the virtual showroom. The Toyota Virtual Showroom will be continuously updated to add more 360-degree vehicle displays and interactive features designed to enhance customer experience. Honda Cars Philippines has introduced Auto Loan Link Page as one of its website's new features, providing an easier and safer way for customers to apply for an auto loan with the brand's official bank partners. This feature presents a separate auto loan page dedicated to the list of various participating banks that customers can choose from. Once the chosen bank is selected, they will be directed to the bank's auto loan website. Honda Cars Philippines President Masahiko Nakamura said that this is one of the company's ways to adapt to the new normal, which aligns to their priority to provide a more convenient and safer way for customers to purchase a car while staying home in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. Moreover, Honda Cars Philippines is also preparing for the launch of what it calls Virtual at Honda, a facility that will allow virtual dealership online transactions or a contactless process of car purchase, car maintenance, and repairs. To be launched in August of this year, Virtual at Honda will allow customers to conduct or perform the following from the comfort of their homes. Visit online, inspect models inside out with 360-degree features, reserve a vehicle and service appointment, test drive schedule, unit availability query, access account, and live chat with sales consultant. Before the health crisis in the country began, Isuzu Philippines has conceptualized a new campaign dubbed as Live Life Differently that encourages its clients and would-be customers to discover the endless possibilities of driving an Isuzu vehicle. Go beyond the comfort of your homes to explore the outdoors and open ourselves up to more adventures. In line with this, Isuzu is set to digitally launch the new D-Max Boondock 4x4 variant in manual and automatic transmissions. This launch of Isuzu's ultimate off-roader marks as its first online vehicle launch. Isuzu Philippines President Hajime Koso stressed that we must live life differently to be able to be tougher, more resilient, more enduring, and more dependable to every challenge and obstacle we face. And the new D-Max Boondock 4x4 is in response to this. As the government eases up quarantine measures and gradually reopens industries, Isuzu said that its Live Life Differently campaign can help the country build a roadmap to an even more robust transport economy and be the Filipino motorists' vehicle to renew and strengthen bonds with one another. Suzuki Philippines is offering deals for the country's frontliners in different industries, dubbed as the Big Hero Promo, in an effort to extend gratitude and salute these workers who are at the forefront of the COVID-19 pandemic. In the said promo, A 15,000 peso discount on top of the prevailing prices is given to a verified frontliner on their chosen Suzuki vehicles that, according to Suzuki, can ease financial challenges for those who want to purchase a unit as a first step to overcoming public transport problems due to the pandemic. Discounted Suzuki vehicles include the APV, Celerio, Ciaz, Desire, Swift, and Ertiga, excluding its upgrade variant. The company also listed eligible frontline workers, which include those from government, hospitals and clinics, retail, transport, banking, hospitality, news or media, manufacturing, gasoline stations, logistics, and volunteers dedicated to providing relief goods and services to those who are deeply affected by COVID-19. The frontliners need only to present a valid ID, associating their profession or field with the specified industry, while volunteers must have a certification from the local government. The Big Hero promo is available throughout all Suzuki dealerships nationwide from May 29, 2020 to June 30, 2020.
Motoring Today now brings you our Car of the Week on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Known for being Isuzu's toughest pickup, the D-Max is here with its latest offerings. Let's take a look on one of its newest variants, the LSA 3-liter 4x4 MT. That was all about the 2020 Isuzu D-Max LSA 3-liter 4x4 MT. One of the car company's latest offerings in the pickup segment. Our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Dad, naplatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
We now have our segment that dwells on a wide array of motoring problems, not only in the metro, but all over the country as well. This is where we present problems referred to us, or we ourselves see, and fully hope to find solutions for. Here's our public service segment brought to you by Honda Cars Philippines.
Following the government's move to promote non-motorized modes of transportation, more and more workers are turning into bicycles to get to their workplaces and for those getting their essential needs. A number of these workers use major thoroughfares and may pose danger if not properly protected. Bicycle lanes, for example, will separate them from other motorists, especially those driving huge vehicles such as trucks and buses. On a virtual presser, we asked the MMDA on their reaction to this and their plans for the cyclists' sake. According to MMDA spokesperson ASEC Celine Pialago, the Department of Transportation prioritizes the construction and installation of bike lanes on EDSA in the new normal.
Sa EDSA po, priority po yun ng DOTR. Sabi nga ho, pagpasok ng new normal, ang mga bikers po natin ay magiging priority.
In a most recent report, the DOTR and the MMDA said that construction begins by June 13th. Meanwhile, Circumferential Road 6 or C6 in Taguig already has bike lanes. Other major thoroughfares, however, are still subject to study.
The rest po ng mga major thoroughfares, pag-aaralan po at pag-uusapan ng major agencies which is DOTR.
She also stressed that there are existing bike lanes under local government units in which MMDA said previously that these will be connected to EDSA's existing bike lanes. We thank MMDA spokesperson ASEC Celine Pialago for her valuable insights on this matter and the DOTR for arranging this virtual presser to get answers about relevant topics in the country today.
And that's our public service segment from Honda Cars Philippines. And should you yourself encounter motoring problems that need immediate attention, please feel free to contact us. See the details being flashed on your screen. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on our social media accounts.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 34th year of continuing service to the general motoring public, with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. Please continue to be safe at all times. On behalf of Butch Gamboa, our dad, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring.